Hi there. Just wanted to get on and discuss some of my thoughts today after I did a few clients. And like I said, I don't even actually post everybody that I do makeup on because I have a lot of repeat customers and things. So I try not to be too repetitive, but when you get to know your clients so well and you get to see them all the time or whatever, you get to be friends and we all talk, and us ladies, we like to share experiences and things. And so something on my heart that really kind of, it actually has been something I wanted to kind of mention for a minute now, or it was on my list of many things that I want to kind of, just kind of put out there and as a PSA, right? Because sometimes we can very much blur the lines. Like we can kind of the line between crazy and sanity can be a blurred line, right? It's like a spectrum, right? Everybody is imperfect, and everybody has some crazy, everybody has their quirks or their little things or whatever, and it's like a spectrum, right? It kind of slides, So, it's never, when you're talking about sometimes people's demeanors or a person's emotional responses and things like that, the way they handle things, maybe even what they say to you and things, which might seem completely normal to them, right? Some of us, or a lot of people, might consider it to be more than just mean. They would put it on the spectrum of, let's say, narcissistic personality or narcissistic traits, things like that, right? So, me saying that, or what I'm getting at is that, because the lines are blurred, people can view things differently, right? And it's really up to each person to decide. Like me and my first husband used to always say, everybody has to decide what kind of crazy you can deal with, what level, to what extent, and who. Like, what crazy can you deal with, right? I want to show a couple of videos. I just want to show a couple of really, videos. You can look this up on YouTube yourself. You can do your own research, right? And, educate yourself, okay? If you just type in, I typed in manic episode on camera. I typed that in. Because as I was talking with one of my clients, and we were sharing some life stories and whatnot, and we both have similar story, or shared some similarities. And right away, I was able to identify some particular behaviors that were something that I was able to that I experienced myself, and I seen before. And so I was able to concur with her that that is indeed what she was looking at, right? And so if you don't know, or you're not educated, or you haven't ever learned about certain disorders or, certain mental dispositions, or if you just don't understand why somebody may seem narcissistic one day and the next day they're not, okay? Educate yourself on mental health, okay? I typed that in. I typed in manic episode on camera. I'm going to just hit play, and I'm going to, when I upload this video, at some point I'll go back in and I will link these videos, okay? But I'm going to hit play, and I'm just going to let you watch it, okay? Okay, so this was a short. Okay, on a couple different. I'm gonna show you another one. What also?
Hello, Rich. How you doing?
Manic
Like.
Like.
Got something wrong with my liver. I might have hepatitis, but that's the fucking break. So, there was a movie, Missouri Breaks, and I don't know why everybody calls me Hollywood, but one time we were doing art therapy, and this lady told me that I wasn't doing the art assignment right. And I do art my own way, and mine was one of the best in the class, really, come to think of it. Oh, God, my hair. I got so mad. I just took out the scissors and cut it off recently. I just don't know what to do. But I got around to see my mother and my ex-girlfriend, Annie Oakley, existential Marie Stokely. Saw her over Christmas at Poplar Bluff, and boy, did it rain. Anne loves me. You'll see no other lady finer than her, really. Really. Oh, gosh, I'm just getting carried away. This is so hot. Here, let me take off my shoes. Well, Rich, how you doing? And I said, well, I've got something wrong with my liver. I might have hepatitis, but that's the fucking break. So, there was a movie, Missouri Break.
There's other videos, right, of clips of, different types of mania. Different types of mania, right? Different types of psychotic breaks or different things, right? And one of them was like of a young lady who had the camera on, and she was watching, I guess she was watching a show or something. She was watching TV, and she videotaped herself basically having an episode, and then here it is. Let's see. This isn't very long either. People found out at the funeral home. The ending stands of music injuries, and it is hard for anyone to believe all was dead. It wasn't long before police
Hi, I'm Michelle Hammer. What you just saw was a psychotic episode that I had just while watching some TV. I just wanted to share it because I wanted to show that a psychotic episode is just what it is. It's not really dangerous. It's not violent. It can really just be talking to yourself while watching TV. And there's really nothing wrong with that. And people should just stop thinking that we're so dangerous. I have schizophrenia. And I'm not scary. And I am still a human. Thanks. Bye.
Okay, and I'm just sharing this, and the reason why I'm sharing this is because sometimes we can get ourselves mixed up, and we all have family, we all have a wide variety of people in our family and different things, right? And we could get ourselves mixed up or involved with people on all different ends of the spectrum. Okay, and God bless her heart. There were, her episode that I just showed you was not violent, right? What she doesn't understand is some people's are violent. Some people do have violent episodes, right? Everybody is different depending on, where they're at on the spectrum, right? And sometimes, people can go their whole life and be undiagnosed. And because people enabled them. And because people, or because maybe you grew up in a family where this type of behavior was manifested, or you've seen it in several different family members, maybe mom or dad or whatever. Maybe you've seen this type of thing, and because you grew up that way, you just thought that this behavior is normal, or if you want to call it normal, or everybody has some form of that, right? And so I'm not here to bash anybody or down anybody or make anybody feel bad, okay? But you know, there's all kinds of levels to that. So I suggest you do your own research, right? Just know that sometimes people who don't suffer in that manner, people who don't experience those type of breaks with reality, or manics, or whatever you want to call it, it may not be scary to them because they're living it, right? Because they're in their own body. Oh man, my hands are dirty from doing makeup all day. But the rest of us who don't exhibit those type of behaviors, or at least we don't get triggered into exhibiting that type of behavior or whatever, the rest of us would consider that not so commonplace or not so easy to live with. And depending on how bad the situation is, and it, you know, you might feel like living with that type of a scenario, or with a person like that would feel like living in a house of horrors. Okay, because remember, everybody has to decide what level of crazy, or what level of, let's just say, what level of insanity we want to have, okay? Or we want to have in our life with the people that we decide to have relationships with. And some of the other, there's a lot of, and maybe I'll go into this again in another video. I don't want to do it anymore because I don't want, try to keep my videos to less than 20 minutes. But one of the other, when a person goes manic, one of the other traits is that they have a super inflated sense of self, right? And or they think they can, like, you know, save the world with one idea, or, you know, like, think different things that are kind of out there or whatever. Just look it up. I just suggest that you look it up, because sometimes when people walk the line, or sometimes when people are able to maybe even conceal some of these traits that they have been able to learn from experiences from others, that when they act like that, they get shunned or they get whatever. So they've learned to maybe conceal them, right? And you don't know what you're really dealing with. Maybe you just don't know that the person that you're dealing with maybe has, maybe they're on a spectrum somewhere, you know. They will try to make you feel like you're crazy. They will try to make you feel like there's something wrong with you, okay? And this was what I was sharing, and me and my client today, this is what we were talking about, and this is what we were sharing, with that people do this. People do this all the time. And it was actually like, yeah, I see that this is a similarity with a lot of these people. And if you don't know what you're dealing with, you can internalize this and really take a hit to your self-esteem, and not realizing that you might be dealing with someone who is on the other end of the spectrum, or, you know, who might be having a manic episode or got triggered into something, okay? And you don't even know that. So they might be spewing out all kinds of evil words or whatever, and it might actually just be due to the fact that they were having a break or something, right? Anyway, this really does happen, and I'm just, you know, wanting to make sure that people know that you know, it's more widely talked about, so that you don't allow yourself to get kind of sucked into a situation. Okay, so, you know, I hope that this helps somebody. I hope that maybe you are able to help somebody else. You know, if this, you know, helps you or whatever, I mean, that's what I hope. I just hope that getting this information out, that it just, you know, might help you to understand different personalities and people that you might be dealing with on an everyday basis. Yeah. So that's all I wanted to say for right now. Okay. Talk with you soon. Bye.